How can you tell that a sickness is demonic or whether it is just a natural illness? Now, the Bible tells us that there are some diseases that are demonic in origin and others that the Lord just needs to heal, that there's no demon behind it. We see, for example, in Matthew 17, there was a demon that mimicked epilepsy, and that demon would throw that boy into a fire at the most inopportune times, and Jesus drove out that demon. We see that the godly woman in the synagogue who was bent over for 18 years, the Bible says that a spirit of infirmity was in her life. And Jesus said, ought not this woman, a daughter of Abraham, whom Satan has bound, should she not be set free? So we see that as an example. Then we see another case where there was a man who had mutism. And the Bible says that a demon robbed him of his speech. And once Jesus drove out the demon, the boy was cured. We see this over and over again, that Jesus cured people with demons and he also healed the sick. Luke 7:21 says, at that time, Jesus cured many who had diseases, sicknesses, and evil spirits, and gave sight to many who were blind. Notice, some had diseases, some sicknesses, and some had evil spirits. So how can you tell that a demon is behind it? How have I been able to tell? First of all, when the discerning of spirits is in operation. One of the 9 gifts of the Spirit recorded in 1 Corinthians 12 is the discerning of spirits. Sometimes you can perceive a spirit within your spirit, where maybe there's something that the Lord is making known to you in some sort of physical realm where you're actually seeing a demon. Kenneth Hagin talks about this man who had this massive headache, and he saw a demon on his shoulder holding him in a headlock. And once he drove out that demon, the man was cured. Now, that doesn't mean every headache is caused by demons or a demon giving you a headlock, but the discerning of spirits was in operation. So the discerning of spirits can operate where you can see something, you can feel it, you can smell it, you notice something evil is with the person. Another way you could tell it's demonic, if there's actually no natural causes of the disease. No one knows what's going on. We had a sister in our church named Liz. Now, she was diagnosed with some sort of illness that kept her from being able to walk. And so she came to church for the first time a couple of years ago, and she held on to her husband, and her husband had to help her walk. And she came to our church and did not even know anything about the gospel. She heard the gospel, she got saved, and she also heard about the healing power of Christ. She claimed the power of Christ to heal, and after about 1 month, she started to be able to walk without holding on to her husband too much. And 1 month later, she was able to walk completely free.